Hi, my name is Martin White from Storex. In the next 3 minutes, I'd like to give you a quick update on the latest features that we've added to our ControlPoint ingestion monitoring application. For anybody who's not aware, the application is really designed to help the person responsible for ingesting the data into ControlPoint. Our environment consists of ControlPoint 5.8, where we have two connectors deployed. We have two file system connectors and Exchange connector, and a number of repositories that are either in the registered or the analyzed state. So the tool has a number of tabs at the top left-hand corner. The first tab is the monitoring screen, and this provides visibility into what's happening on the particular control point environment, on those particular components. So for example, on either the connector, the framework, or the metastore. The top three boxes represent the connectors, and these are automatically discovered by the application. So for example, our three connectors, we have them installed across two different servers. They are running on whatever port numbers have been defined to those during the configuration of ControlPoint. But we're also recording the activity, so the number of jobs which are processing, queued, or finished, and the time when those particular jobs entered those individual queues. Below that, we also monitor the associated frameworks. So we have two file system frameworks. We have an Exchange framework, but we also monitor the metastore process, obviously, which is responsible for writing the data to the SQL database. You can see from the screen on the left-hand framework that's just flashed green. So the flashing is where we're collecting data. We're actually interrogating the file system or the particular component to retrieve the information. On that particular framework, there are 26 active tasks. There are 200 queued, and there are 196 which have finished. And what we've added for each of those individual processes, the amount of CPU they're consuming. So for this particular component, it's using roughly 34% of the CPU. Under any processing tab, if we hover across the tab, it will give us a display of what files are actually being processed by those jobs at that particular point in time. And at the bottom, you can see that we're scanning every 30 seconds. That can be changed, so we can change our interval, our scan interval, simply by selecting the drop-down box. As the jobs get processed by the connector, those jobs are automatically transferred across to the framework, and then the framework will then, as when the job's finished, will write to the metastore, and metastore will then process those across to the SQL database. What we've also added on this screen is the status of all the ControlPoint services within inside the ControlPoint environment. So here you can tell that we have a number of the ControlPoint services running on one particular server, and then you can see we have a separate server which has just the file system connector installed. The green light represents all the services are fully operational. If need be, we can restart services. So simply by selecting the green box, I can cause the services to be restarted. So for example, for the redirector, if I select the box, see it's gone to red, and that service has now been restarted and is now back up and fully operational. We've also included on the second tab the ability to submit jobs. So for example, if I want to submit a number of jobs, I can select the server that's got the framework and the file system connectors or the connectors installed. I can decide what particular connector I want to submit these jobs to, what particular port. So if I had a number of file system connectors on the same box but on different ports, you can select those jobs. and then it will automatically display the number of ingestions that have been created within inside ControlPoint. So by selecting individual tasks, I can then submit these repositories for ingestions. The application is free to any existing ControlPoint customer. If you're interested in using the tool, we have a number of customers in the finance, manufacturing, and charity sectors already using the tool on a daily basis. If you're interested in obtaining a copy, then feel free to drop me an email or send me a message via one of the social media links, and we'll be more than happy for you to have a copy of the software. Thank you for your time, and look forward to speaking to you in the very near future.